Okay, today we're going to talk about why you are stuck and what to watch for and how to get past being stuck. Because you know what? You're wasting a lot of time being stuck. Let's get this figured out. Hey, check it out. Let's look at why you keep getting stuck or why you find yourself being stuck up against this wall that doesn't let you move forward. You know, this is a big deal in life because every time we try to move forward, we run into these situations where it feels like all of a sudden we're taking steps back and we find ourselves right back where we were. Now, why is this? Does this mean that you are broken? Does this mean that you're messed up? Does this mean that you have issues? Or could it mean that you actually are human, right? Well, to be stuck up against the wall is human. It is normal to feel stuck. So be careful inside your head how you talk about yourself whenever you find yourself in a situation like this. Because what happens is that when you get up against a wall and you can't move forward, it looks like everybody else is moving forward. And because it looks like everybody else is moving forward, it feels like you're the only one not able to move forward. So then if you start to think this too much, you start to feel like there's something wrong with you, and then you start to drift back to the way things have always been. And that's very common. And as a coach, as I've been coaching people for the last 17 years of my life, I know this feeling of being up against that wall myself, and I've also seen many, many, many clients up against the wall too. So this is what I tell my clients as I'm working with them. First, we need to lay out the diagram so we can see the whole picture of what is going on. Now, hold on a second. I got to make an arrow. I got to have a pointer arrow. I forgot to make one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got to look at this whole scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4. So number one is if you don't know clearly where you're going, that can also facilitate why you get stuck along the way. Confusion slows down progress. So number one, getting more clear about what you want to have happen or what you wish could happen can help you move through this wall. So confusion can play a role. Okay, another one is number two. Number two can play a role in you being stuck because you are so comfortable and familiar with where you're currently at that moving forward and doing the tough things just doesn't seem very glamorous. It doesn't seem very fun to make your life a little chaotic trying something new when you can drift back and feel really good about yourself and feel like you've got your life completely put together. So point two is where you're currently at right now. And even though it may be not what you want, you're definitely familiar with it. So when you try to move forward and you're doing difficult things to try to change your life, that doesn't seem fun. So number two becomes another reason why people drift back to where they're at. Number three, you actually don't know what to do. You don't know what's working. You don't know what's not working. You're not keeping track of the activities you're doing to try to move you forward. You see, when somebody moves forward, they're not analyzing day by day what's working and what's not working. So sooner or later, you get to a point where you just don't know what to do to make things work to get to that point B in your life. And so because you're not journaling or not tracking, you're not knowing what's working. And so you'll get yourself stuck up against the wall. Okay, here's another reason why you get stuck is number four. Number four is it is tough because when you go to move forward, you're going to do things you've never done before. Inside this zone, I'm just going to call this the zone. When you step into this zone, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to be doing things you've never done before. It's going to be uncomfortable. It could be embarrassing. People might question you. You might feel unfamiliar, unorganized. And when we get into this zone of progress, it's not the happiest feeling. And so we tend to pull back out of that zone. We want to go back to the familiar because that is a place where we can actually rest our mind. So the fourth reason why you get stuck is when you get into this place, you end up pulling out of it because it just seems like everything's wrong because nothing feels wonderful in that zone. Okay, so now let's talk about why, or not, sorry, why. That was the why. Let's talk about how you're going to get through where you're stuck up against the wall. Number one, get clarity about where you're going. Number two, realize that you're grateful for where you're at, but you have more of your focus on point B. Number three, keep track each day what's working and what's not working, and it'll help you be more wise about the decisions you make to move forward. And number four, remind yourself it's going to be a little bit challenging to move forward, and it's worth it. Because when you get over here to this side, you're going to realize, wow, why didn't I do this before? So let's run through those really quick again. Get clarity where you're going. Be grateful for where you're at, but focus more on point B. Analyze each day what's working, what's not working, so you can be more wise about the decisions you're making. And number four, let's have a reality check. Any type of progress is going to be a little bit uncomfortable. And it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be unorganized. It's okay to make mistakes so that you can become wiser, smarter, and stronger and make it to your point B. Super cool, right? All right. So today, take that step. Even if you feel like you're stuck, you're not really. Just get this clear in your head how it's really happening so you can make progress. Okay, super cool, right? You don't have to get stuck at these walls. And you don't have to be stuck throughout the month. This is what you do next. Right down here below, you'll see a link that says 3ke.2/influence. That'll take you to a page so you can learn about my monthly coaching program. It's a group coaching program. Super affordable. If you had personal coaching in a group experience like this, where it's affecting you personally, you're going to find that you can move forward, have more progress. So click the link, go read about this incredible monthly program, and find yourself making progress more than you ever have in your entire life. Because when you know better, you can do better. And that's the secret to life.